the guide of guides. Gear up all to 660 in one day, or gear up a character to 680 fast. There you have it. How will you get 660 in one day? We start with a starting gear. If you have a character that you just dinged, that character will be 530 maybe, plus minus. If you have boosted that character with some kind of twink or something, then that character will be maybe 200 eye level. When we tested these things, the character we had was a 220 eye level. So to be able to start farming this, to farm the gear, you need a starting gear. That starting gear doesn't have to be a lot. Around like 580, not more than that. 580, then you're done. Like you don't need more than that as starting gear. You can definitely get in different places. Fastest one, just go to the auction house, buy some cheap shit for maybe like 8,000 gold up to maximum 10,000 gold. Then you have your gear, you're ready. A lot of us have done stuff in WoW and we have Warbound Gear that we can just send to that alt. If you have done your delves, then you have access to veteran gear from the Warbound Delve vendor, and you just buy it with Undercoin and just send to you all. If you're a person that likes to hang out in the Starry Duos, you get Warbound Gear from there. Quite a lot as well. Literally each run gives you a veteran piece. If you're a person been hanging out in Nightfall scenario, there are loads of Warbound Gear there. From the chest, from the event, from the weekly, daily quests, from killing the boss. All that is Warbound Gear you can send, and that is veteran. Whatever you do in WoW will more or less give you Warbound Gear, and will give you a tier under the difficulty you do. So let's say you do a raid that is normal raid, then you have a chance to get veteran gear from the raid, like one tier under. If you do hero raid, heroic raiding, then you get normal Warbound Gear. So you always get like one under. Same thing with Delve, same thing with Visions as well that you can unlock. So basically there are loads of Warbound Gear that you can send if you have done something on another character. If you haven't, just go to auction house, buy that shit. Okay, so 580, you don't need more than that, then you're in it. Phase 1. Phase 1 is about veteran gear. And this is a step-by-step guide. If you follow this one, you sort it. Okay, we start with outdoor activities. You should definitely do the outdoor activities, not only because it's going to give you veteran gear, also because it drops keys, it drops Crest, it drops Valorstones, all the things that you're going to need for later on as well, right? What we noticed in level 17 is that all chests from the outdoor activities has been dropping veteran gear. Now, I don't know if that was before level 17, but we tested it on live. We didn't see it on live. Either I was unlucky, it didn't proc, or it's not out on live. And it's just only specifically a level 17 thing. That I can't confirm, but that's what I saw. However, doesn't matter. What matters is that you will get veteran gear from the outdoor activities. Theater Troops, Severe Pack, Spreading the Light, Awaken the Machine, Snuffling, Special Assignments, 3 of them, and Urge to Surge in Undermine. All these give you a chest. All these chests can give you veteran piece. And of course, all the crests and keys and stuff that... Alright, so you start there, so you're done with that. Second one, you'll hop in on duos. Duos will scale you to what? 619, I think? If you're under 619, you will not be scaled up. If you're above 619, you'll get scaled down to 619. Do this if you feel that you want some more veteran gear, but if you're lucky, you get quite a lot from here. But this is the filler, just so you feel that you can continue, that you feel powerful enough to continue. Then you can just do the Starry Duos. It takes like 5 minutes to do one, 10 minutes maybe, and you get 100% of veteran piece. All right, so those are the veteran gear that you can get, except for up here the Warbound shit, right? Phase 2 is the waist now. So level 17, we're gonna get a waist, a power waist. That waist starts at 691 eye level. That waist is super easy to get. The only thing you have to do is talk to a dude in Dornegal in this delve place, do the quest line, takes you to a delve, complete that delve a couple of times because it's tied to some other shit, not only the waist, and eventually you're gonna get the waist. You don't have to do any specific difficulty of the delve. Tier 1, in, out, boom, you're done, you have the waist. That's how easy that one is. 691. And later on, each week you're gonna upgrade as well, all the way to 701. And if you want, you can also go and take the power for it that you want to put on your waist. So now you have a 691 waist. Phase 3, crafted gear. If you go to Undermine, you have noticed that there's a storyline there. If you haven't done that storyline, definitely do that storyline. If you have done the storyline on the main character, the only thing you have to do on an alt is to go to this dude in Intercontinental Hotel and tell him that you have done this before. Skip it. Once you skip it, the dude next to him will have a quest for you. This quest wants you to go and kill the last boss in the raid, but through the story. Once you do that, you will get an enchanted runed crest. That's why you do it. This is a free piece of crafted gear, enchanted runed crest. This one will make you be able to craft 658 gear. The best thing to do is to go on Archon, click on the spec and class that you are. Let's say I'm a demon hunter, and then you go to gear and tier set, and then you go to crafted gear, and here you can see what people have been crafting. What is the best stuff to craft? Everforged Warblade. Also, you can see what embellishments you should put on it. What is the best ones? So you get a lot of information of what is the best of the best. What is the best gear to craft on Archon. Craft the one that is the best one for your class and spec. Step 2 is only for people that have played Undermine and have farmed reputation Undermine. If you have gathered all the way up, reputation, renown all the way up, that means you will have one more enchanted rune of Undermine Crest, which means you can craft one more 658 piece of gear. The only thing you have to do on your alt is go to the renowned quartermaster, talk to him, glinting and gleaming, that's the quest. Get that crest, boom. Now you can craft another piece. So if you haven't done any reputation, you do the storyline only. If you have reputation, do the storyline and you get the one from the reputation. All right, what we can add here, which I haven't added in this guide now I see, is that this guy, the rep guy, the Undermine rep guy, he also sells one champion gear and one veteran gear. So you can buy that from him as well, if you have the reputation for it. So now you have more or less full veteran gear, you have 2 crafted gear, you have your 671 waist. So now we're gonna hop in on the champion gear. So 1117, one of the things you will get when you get the waist is an overcharged chest from the quest line. This overcharged chest contains 100% a piece of champion gear. So when you're gonna get the waist, the 691 waist, you will also get a champion piece of gear. What we have seen on PTR is that you will get the weekly quest for it after that, which gives you only an overcharged chest, which is a champion gear as well. Now, if we're gonna be strict about what we see on the 1117 PTR, we also got the first upgrade of the waist. When this was out for testing, we also got one upgrade for our waist, which also means one overcharged chest again. So 3 pieces of champion gear, and you can upgrade your waist. Now that part, we don't know if it's gonna turn out on live or not. Otherwise, this upgrade will be for 3 weeks. Each week, you're gonna get an upgrade until you reach 701 eye level. So basically, you get a lot of champion gear while you upgrade your waist as well. All right, next one, Nightfall Scenario. Nightfall Scenario, once a week, 1 piece of champion gear. The only thing you have to do, you go to Nightfall area, you talk to the dude, you take the Flame Burn Eternal quest. You don't even have to kill anyone. You can just take the quest and be AFK until the event is done, if you want. That will give you an emblem. A currency. With that currency, you can buy gear from the vendor. 2 vendors. Those vendors sells you weapons, they sells you also armor. Do not buy the weapon. Either you're gonna craft a weapon, or you're gonna buy a weapon later on when you unlock shit from the Horrific Vision. So don't buy a weapon here. Buy something that gives you some kind of tier. For example, maybe a chest or legs. The big boy gear, right? Because you'll make this stuff into tier gear later. This one is every hour at the full hour, this event. Alright, next step. The dinar system. In Dornegal, next to the entrance to the vault, you can get a quest from there. The first quest you get wants you to go in and kill 4 raid bosses. Once you do that, you get 3 pieces of currency, the dinars. Next to this quest, dude, is a vendor. You can literally buy the best of the best. Trinkets, mainly. There are some weapons there as well, some other stuff. But mainly is going to be for the trinket. 1 piece of item costs 3 dinars. So you can take this quest, do the LFR, kill 4 bosses, come back here, buy a piece of trinket. Of course, same thing here. You can check in Blood Mallet what are the best trinkets. So if I go, for example, on Frost Mage, here are the best trinkets simmed for single target. Here are best trinkets simmed for 5 targets. So you can check which is the best one you should take. Buy that one, GG. The change they did last week was that you don't have to wait each week to get a new quest of this that gives you 1 more dinar for each quest. You can do them back to back to back, all the way until you caught up where you are right now in game. What does that mean? Normally, some weeks ago, we got the first quest of this. We got 3 dinars. We have to wait 1 week, get 1 more dinar. We have to wait 1 more week, then we got 1 more dinar, and so on. But if you come back to the game or in an alt, you can do all those quests back to back to back until you reach where you are right now in the game. And that means that you can buy today 2 pieces from this vendor. And I think next weekly reset or week after will be the 3rd piece. Somewhere there. Okay, so now you have the best trinkets, you have best crafted shit, you have a bunch of champion gear, and the rest will be your splash veteran gear. Now you're gonna hop in on the visions. If you haven't crafted a weapon as your crafting thing, then you can buy a champion weapon from the vision. There are 3 vendors there. One that sells you veteran, one that sells you champion gear, one that sells you hero gear. You have to unlock them on the character you're playing, get access to the vendor. Champion is the easiest one. The only thing you want to do is put on a mask, finish a vision, boom. You have unlocked that vendor, you can buy champion gear. However, you have 2 more here. If you complete a vision with 2 masks, you get 1 more champion piece. If you complete a vision with 3 masks, you get 1 more champion piece. Definitely do those. Now you have 2 more champion pieces. And don't forget, we are still on the same week, on the first week of level 17. You can get unlucky, of course, and get champion pieces that you already have, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, next part, delves. When we did our veteran farming, we did outdoor events, right? Those outdoor events gave us coffee keys. We will have at least 4 coffee keys when we jump into this step. However, something in brackets. But we noticed on PTR, if you have got all your 4 keys from outdoor events, and then you do these quests that is tied to the overcharged delves, this overcharged chest has 1 more key to you for you that is an extra, not part of the 4 key cap of the week, because normally it's only 4 keys you can get from chests each week, right? This chest gives you 1 more, but that we'll see how it's going to turn out on live, of course, but that's what we see. And don't always also forget that on PTR we're getting more than 1 quest per week that gives you overcharged chests, so at least 2 more keys is from there as well. But that we'll see how it's gonna turn out. So that's just a bracket thing, if that's gonna be on live or not. We'll see. So back to this one. At least 4 keys, right? From the chests. Tier 8 Bountiful Delves, that's what you're gonna run. This will give you 100% champion gear reward, which means 4 more pieces of champion gear. If you're unlucky, it's gonna be pieces you already have. If you're lucky, it's gonna be pieces you don't have. So right now, you have the 4 from here. You have the 2 from Visions. Maybe 1 more if you need to buy 1 from the vendor, and you have 1 from Nightfall Scenario. That's how many champ you have right now in the first week, and that's excluded from the dinar best gear. That's excluded from the crafting stuff and all these things, right? So basically now you'll be pretty good gear. Okay, level 17, we also get Turban Ways from the first week, from this week that's coming. If you do the weekly quest, it will reward you a piece of hero gear, and it'll do that for 6 weeks. 1 more piece of hero gear is also from delves inside the delve. Either when you run your delve, you'll be lucky and you get a map. That map is a buff when you click on it. If you do a tier 8 or higher, when you have that buff, you will get a hero piece from the end of the run. However, if you're not lucky and get the map from anywhere, you can buy this Wave Scrambler 2000 item from the Dell vendor dude. 2000 undercoin. Then you might think you don't have 2000 on your character and you can't send undercoin. We don't have to send undercoin because it says bind on Warbound. So you can go on any other character you have and buy it on that character, and then you can send it to this alt. What does this one do? You have the tier 8 or higher. Once you reach halfway, the Heartstone, you click on this. Underpin will spawn. You fight him, you die or you don't die. He will leave a pile of stuff. That pile of stuff will give you this map. So don't forget to click on the map, get the buff, so you can loot a hero piece in the end of the run. If you're lucky, you'll also get a champion piece of gear from that pile. Okay, next step of the heroic gear part is advanced heroic vision. Now we're gonna wait with that a little bit because a lot of you guys, I've noticed, have problem with visions. If you're a person that have problem with visions, you will wait with this one. You'll jump into phase 6 instead. What is phase 6? All about the Crest and Valorstone to upgrade your gear. If you are a person that have played the game and this is your alt, this is a golden opportunity for you. All the rep factions that you have gathered reputation with will have rewards for your alt as well. Each faction will give you loads of Valorstones, loads of Crests, more Delve keys, and so on. If you have farmed reputation with these factions, or farmed, but if you have reputation with these factions, and you can go and get all these. So it's going to be from Cart of Undermine, Council of Dornegal, Assembly of Deeps, Halifal Arathi, and Severe Threads. All these will give you loads of shit on your alt if you have the rep with them. If you have it, you will get hundreds of weather quests, hundreds of carved quests, 5 more keys, which means 5 more pieces of champion gear. You do that, upgrade your gear so you're more powerful to do a little bit higher masks in visions. Once you do that, of course, it's all about getting tier set gear. You talk to the dude in Dornegal, the Catalyst dude, you will have 8 currencies. You can turn gear into tier gear 8 times on 8 pieces. So what you will do, no matter if it's veteran, champion, or hero, you will turn 4 pieces into tier gear. You will still have 4 more currencies to make into tier later, and that you will save for the hero gear you will have. But no matter what you will have, turn all that shit into tier gear, 4 pieces, so you have the 4 set bonus and the 2 set bonus. Then you have 4 to spare when you have better gear. Once you have done the tier set, once you have done the upgrading, of course now you can also put some enchants and shit, get more powerful. That's when you hop into advanced heroic vision. I call it advanced, but I don't think it's advanced for a lot of people, but for a lot of people it can be advanced. Complete a 4 mask, complete a 5 mask of visions. Once you do that, you will be guaranteed a hero piece from a 4, a hero piece from a 5. That's 2 more hero pieces that week. We're still in the same first week. Once you do all this, you will have 650 plus gear. All this will take you a couple of hours to do. Probably more because you have started upgrading. If you have started upgrading, then you have even more. So now you're on the part where you have some champion, some hero, some crafted, 2 biz trinkets. If you're unlucky, there's some more veteran that's lying there that you didn't proc a good piece of gear on. So what should you do now? Now it's all about upgrading until the next week pops up. It's all about upgrading the hero gear. That's what you want to upgrade from now on. Champion and veteran, fuck those. Each week from now on, if you want to reach all the way to 680, each week from now on, you'll only focus on the hero pieces. Those are the ones you're gonna upgrade. You can upgrade them. There's endless of farming. You might think only M+ers can upgrade their gear to get the best gear. Fuck them. No, they can't. You can do that just by doing delves. You will farm crests faster than people doing M+. I'll repeat that one more time. You will farm crests faster than people doing M+. It's all about being smart. The ones you want to farm is a 15 wound crest. Of course, the gilded one. Like gilded crest, if you do tier 11, you will get gilded crest. Now, the change they did level 17 is quite huge changes when it comes to gilded crests. Instead of getting 7 gilded crests when you complete a tier 11 delve, they have increased that to 10 in level 17. Also, when you use the map, you have to use it in an overcharged delve. This is something fucked up. Blizzard fucked up on PTR. We'll see if we'll solve it when it goes live. But for now, use a map on an overcharged delve. Why? Because an overcharged delve gives you 30 gilded crests. If you use your map on a non-overcharged delve, you will get 20. So use your map overcharged delves, give you 30. And that would be a total of 50 gilded crests per week from delves. If you talk about gilded only. So that you'll do definitely. If you're a person that feels powerful and feel like you can handle visions, get some crests there as well. 5, 6, 7, 8 give you gilded crests. If you feel that that's too hard, it's all about these. You will farm ruined crests and you will turn them into gilded crests. That's going to be your way to go. These are the ways you will farm. If you do these things, if you're going to follow these steps, 660 in first day, couple hours, boom. Then it's going to take a couple of more weeks because you need more hero pieces to fill up the rest of your gear slots. Especially if you've been unlucky on the first week, then you just grab that later on. And then it's all about upgrading. You're gonna get to 580.